Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So now Samir spoke more about the investments and how Morocco investments and etc. So I will brief you through as to IDE, what are we trying to do in this space of hospitality industry. So let me begin with a for everybody on the floor. So this is a scenario. You're put in a room, 2 doors. If you try to exit out of one door, there is a fire dragon. There is a magnifying glass. So you will be roasted either ways. So is there anybody in this room who can try to tell me how would you try to get out of this room? Anybody on the floor?
By show of hands, we can pass the mic around for your answer. Get creative.
Anything at all? Nobody? I'm sorry there. Dinesh.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay.
I said not the fire dragon door, so we proceed by elimination, so I guess the other one, no?
Okay. All right. So is there any more answers?
Maybe a window next door?
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe a window.
No, there's no window. There are only 2 doors. All right, so let me make it quick. You get out of the magnifying glass door once the sun goes down. That's the answer. So what I'm going to talk about today, with specific to the procurement industry that we are associated with for the hospitality industry and real estate industry alike, as to getting out of the conventional way of thinking. The most dangerous phrase that we've heard in a language is, we've always done it this way. IDE, there are different stakeholders. They can either ways connect, but IDE connects the other stakeholders involved without disrupting the business environment. If John Quan, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right, box, and if he had not come out with the app WhatsApp, today, I mean, there are other ways of. I believe everybody in this room majorly uses the WhatsApp. So that's what IDE wants to be in the hospitality industry. We want to be the WhatsApp which connects people from, we operate in different markets, so we want to connect people from different markets, different suppliers, to come together and do business in different parts of the world. Now, this is a real case scenario which happened in the Middle Eastern market. There was a certain supplier, he'd already assumed that the buyer is going to buy his products. It was a lighting product for a huge sum. But there was also a distributor involved, but the supplier was not aware that the buyer is not happy with certain aspects of the deal. So that's where IDE got involved. And we value add without disrupting, of course, either the distributor or the supplier. And we make the deals happen. So what I want to talk about is services that we offer. It's only fair for me to tell you all as to what IDE does. B2B consulting services. That's our procurement division, where we bring together and make deals happen. The second division is the B2B summits. That's where you all are present here. B2B summit and puts together in a platform like this. Of course, everybody is aware of the pre-qualification criteria that we go through to get in a buyer on board and the supplier on board. The next division, but how do we make this happen? So I thought it would be interesting, because I'm an Indian, and it would be interesting how the evolution of Indian weddings have happened. I'm sure everybody can relate from the scenario that I'm giving you. Now, in the past, this was hundreds of years ago, in India, this is how people got married. Can you imagine? The bride and the groom does not know each other. It's the elders in the family, they meet up, they decide who wants to marry whom. And how weird is that? Now, then came a time where only photos were exchanged. And I'm not exaggerating this. This is how the scenario was. And they got married. Just that. And then today, the scenario is digital match. You want a partner with a certain qualification, with a certain, height. You can everybody online, and this is how the matches are made today. So, how am I trying to relate it to the work that we do at IDE? Is before we do the match between the supplier and the buyer, I'm talking specific to this particular initiative, is we, just like how we qualify criteria, the and then the buyers fill out an online questionnaire. These are the other summits. It's an online platform that we've come out with, where he gets to log into whichever event he online questionnaire. You exactly know what is projects, what type, which region, what's the who's, then what supplies for his projects. Help the supplier to identify which buyer should he meet with without wasting any time. So then the suppliers, based on the requirements of the buyer, then contacted, and we qualify them based on certain criteria, and we get them on board. So once we do this, how do we make is one of these criteria from the buyer and the we run a match. This agenda that you have with you today is rolled out. Now, this is a glimpse of the other markets. We also work in markets like Turkey, Russia, Azerbaijan, India, Middle East. These are some of the other markets. So far, we've approximately worked with our buyers, about 1,000 buyers. I'm specifically talking about the hospitality industry. And these are the markets that we work with. Now, this is other division that I wanted to talk about, where we specifically custom make, bring in buyers for a certain company and organize them, an evening gathering by qualifying the buyers as to if they want to meet with an architect or a developer. We get them on board and host, events specifically for a certain company. So this picture is, I thought it was interesting to put it up. This simply means only a diamantaire is able to identify the diamond. Obviously it's in a rough, it's got a rough patch. Nobody would identify its diamond unless he's a diamantaire. So that's what IDE wants to be in matching the requirements of both the parties. So thank you all for the time, and I hope you enjoy the meetings and make deals happen. Thank you very much.